The Pacers looking like they could walk straight off the bus and onto the runway. A great fashion sense on this crew. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. So with Thomas sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Siakam is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Halliburton in at the 1 spot. And for Portland, Holiday out there with Clutch. Then it's Rob Williams. Then it's Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
They grabbed their own miss. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Avdia with it. Mathurin picks him up. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
Here's Kamare. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Mathurin missing.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Nembhard with it. He's guarded by Love. Now the pass to Nembhard. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter could just do a little bit of everything.
And Indiana making a change here. Thomas is checked in. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table. And he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, you need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Obi Toppin's checked in for Daniel Tice. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Benedict Mathurin. A shot by McConnell, no good. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, Drew Holiday has so many great attributes, but I think perhaps the best one is his mindset. He's even-keeled, he competes at a high level, and he never backs away from a challenge.
Here's Nesmith after Drew Holiday's score. Nesmith, the pass to Toppin. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin. Developing his stretch big skill.
And Love with the basket on the assist by Avdia.
Yeah, nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And McConnell gets it to go.
And their offense already in a flow. some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Thomas. And Neesmith with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And so it's Indiana ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage number tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action in just a minute. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And so in the game for the Pacers, Siakam is out there with Thompson. Then it's Neesmith. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Thomas in at the shooting guard.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Aaron Neesmith. And Andrew Nembhard is subbed in for Cameron Thomas.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific legion ability. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, the better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Now, here's Sean. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sharp's got his second bucket of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And it's Mathurin missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers, Clark, maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on. And a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
Here's Halliburton. Following the basket by Robert Williams. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, the Blazers with a draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
Okay, thank you, Shams. And Indiana making a change here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Siakam. Neesmith comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Thomas checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Thomas. Indiana again missing.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
McConnell passes to Toppin. McConnell against Holiday. A shot by McConnell, no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thomas against Sharp. The second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Sharp's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Good on the three-point shot. And the Pacers lead by 4. To the middle. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The three from Thomas. He can't get that one. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Indiana out in front. They're up.
24. The Pacers, 26.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher.
So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression? And now with the second half of
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
We've got Avdia. Holiday out there with Sharp. Then it's Williams. And it's Kamare in at the three. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Assisted by
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time. But the West is tough, David. Thank you. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal steam. Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game. But you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, one, guys flopping the draw fouls, and then two, whining when fouls are called. On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Here's Kamare. Buries the easy one. Kamare's got his second bucket tonight.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Halliburton making it happen with this hustle on the defensive end. They like seeing him be that aggressive.
After exploding under the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
Here's Sharp. Pacers with the rebound. Here's Mathurin. Avdia with the rebound.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Rise up, Drew. He's a big guard, folks. Holiday is physical, too.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Timeout called the Pacers.
and a big round of applause for your Trailblazers youth dance team.
Teams will make substitutions.
Blazers youth dance team. Show some love.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. Number 1, the Pacers.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Back to Toppin. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal
Denny Avdia picks one up.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a hot flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
I can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Toppin. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Sharp finds Avdia. Portland no good that time either. Indiana leading by 3. Here's Neesmith. To the paint. Pass to Toppin. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Poked away and stolen by Sharp. And we just finished the third quarter. We've got a tight ball game here. Pacers lead by 3. And
35. The Pacers.
Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's see what he had to say. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Indiana, they've got Siakam. Aaron Neesmith is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Thomas, and it's Halliburton in at the point.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And finished off by Avdia.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Thomas. It's tipped.
And Sharp reportedly a 7-foot wingspan. You saw it in full effect on that block.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Andrew Nembhard checked in for Thomas.
Andrew Nembhard.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. Trent against Mathurin. Now here is Holiday. D right on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second.
You know, Holiday is deceptively tall and strong and has great point guard skills, and that makes it really hard to defend him.
And Indiana making a change here. Tice is checked in.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, in moments like this. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Siakam with it. Now Avdia defending. Second chance effort. Siakam's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 3. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds to Portland. Will retain possession.
Portland ball.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside Holiday. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pacers trail by 3. Inside. Here's Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Assisted.
Halliburton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made the big moments. That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Here's Trent. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to put a lot of pressure on their perimeter shooters if he can't convert those chances.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Halliburton against Holiday. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. It's Nembhard on the wing. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot. And it's Mathurin missing.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Here's Sharp. Nembhard grabs the board.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And the Pacers call time here. They're down by 1. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take?
And looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Shaedon Sharp.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finish it strong.
And Portland making a change here. Kamara is checked in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys.
Thank you, David. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
All right, 6 man.
They're trailing by 3. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Good! And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator on a few of those free throws.
Team foul.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Siakam passes to Halliburton. With the drive,
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Here's Avdia. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And so here's Portland. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Cam Thomas is out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Tice in at center, locking down the middle. Here's Halliburton. It's good. They get the go-ahead bucket. Halliburton has got the first basket here in overtime for the Pacers.
Halliburton coming up big. No rest in that man's game. He takes the shot and makes the shot.
Here's Holiday. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that.
Here's Holiday. The Pacers pull it in. Nembhard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Thomas, good. Now it's a 6-point Pacer lead.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. And Nick Matherin comes in for Andrew Nembhard. Thomas against Sharp. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
And the Pacers call time here. They're leading by 4. 54 seconds left in the first overtime. Trailblazers making a switch here. Halliburton feeling it out a bit.
Robert Williams.
The rebound by Holiday. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Daniel Tice, third personal foul.
It's the first that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Pacers call time here. They're up by 2. 26 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. So for the Trailblazers, Kamara is checked in, and it's clutch in for Sharp. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
For your Blazers.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game. Makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
Avdia can't hit. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team. Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
It's in!
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see up on.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority. Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
For 3, Love. Yep, it's good. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And a chance